pack my shit up. Like, bitch, I'm leaving. Fuck you.
That's
fake
me.
booking the flight. Really never booked the flight. Fake booking the flight. Like, calling my manager, like, bitch, book me a flight home. Fuck this nigga. You know, calling my mama, throwing shit, breaking shit, fighting, and then like, now you gotta stop me from leaving. But I was never going nowhere.
Oh, yeah, you just talked to
Like,
her.
pull your gun out and show me, like, bitch, leave. I wish you would walk out the door.
Right.
Like, I'm not.
She from the shy. She from the shy.
One, you're ugly. You don't even have a man, first of all, who wants to pull out a gun on you, especially to not leave. Nobody wants to do that, okay? Not to you. Nobody even cares about you that much to do that. Two, y'all are in the comments like, oh, when I was in a relationship, this boy put out. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. We don't care. We don't care. We do not care at all. Like, we don't care. We don't care. We don't. We just.
Why you gotta be so stuck up? You're like a tampon, so stuck up. We get it. You got money. We get it. But you ain't gotta be an asshole to bitches that got beat up. Bitch, you ain't got beat up before or something. Because you need to humble yourself a bit with money. This how you know project bitches get money. You get too happy. You need a bitch to humble yourself. You talk too much on the internet. And then you want to downgrade bitches that got beat up by domestic violence. Humble your weird ass self, bitch. You got a little money and a little bit of and now you talking too much.
Hello everyone, it's your sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to discuss the videos that you saw earlier. And this is of Ari Fletcher. Her real name is Ari Fletcher. She is a social media influencer, and plus she's an entrepreneur, and she's a millionaire. Before she even was with any rappers or social media, she was already a millionaire, because I think she has a very successful hair business, so she does different things. So she was already a successful young lady. So she's dating Moneybagg Yo, a rapper, and she had a son with another rapper called G Herbo. So she has gone viral once again about some the controversial stuff that she said. So let's set the precedence of this video. What she said was wrong. What she says does not show love. What she said doesn't show that a person cares about you. Even though, the host is trying to say, oh, she's from Chi-Town. That is not love. That is not love. That is not showing the things that she was saying for a person to pull a gun on you and then to be breaking stuff. That is not love. That is toxic. And then those type of behaviors, people always end up in a body bag, or they end up in jail, or they end up paralyzed, or they end up, a lot of bad stuff end up happening to certain people that display these certain behaviors. And we, as people who may have audiences, whether big or small, the different things, the different ideologies that we have, we need to speak to people. We need to go to counseling, whether you have a spiritual counselor or you go to a psychologist, therapist, whatever it may be, to find out the root of where we get these things from. Because what she says, a lot of people think this is love. Being toxic, being, always fighting, always doing things, pulling weapons out on each other. People think that's love. That's why we need to find out, where did you get this thing from? Where did you get that thing from? Because that's not right. So that's why we need to implement therapy into our lives. And what's so bad about this is because so many young girls look up to this young lady. She has a big following, and a lot of girls look up to this young lady. So when they're hearing this, and then they in something like this, and they feel deep down that they need, like that woman intuition that I always talk about, that will save us if we listen to our intuition many times. They feel that they need to leave this guy, but then when they're listening to somebody like this, saying things that say, no, maybe it's not that bad because Ari said this. This is why the Bible says, talks about teachers. Talks about teachers. What it says in James 3 verses 1 through 2 is the English Standard Version. Not many of you should become teachers, my brothers, for you know that we who teach will be judged with a greater strictness. So people who teach will be judged. Even though it says my brother, if you're a teacher, it's talking to you. Because back then, when in the context, back then it was males that were teacher. Now, females are teachers. You could say, oh, I'm not a teacher. I'm not teaching anybody. But if you have a social media platform, or you have some type of following, or you have a YouTube channel, or you have some place that you have influence on even one person, you are a teacher. Whether you're showing them something, you're telling them, you're giving advice, you are a teacher. So this is why when you in that position, you need to be mindful of the things that you say, because remember, a lot of us speak from where we are. A lot of things you see people say is from where they are. And then sometimes people speak from a place of healing. People speak from a place of bitterness, resentment. People speak from a place of self-hate. People speak from a place of self-love. So now, depending on where you're speaking from, you are affecting people. You may affect them in a positive way. You may affect them in a negative way. This is why we need to be mindful of what we say. You need to be mindful of what you say, because she went on this interview, and the interviewer was asking her questions. This is what you're being interviewed for anything. They ask you a question, answer the question as best as you can, and move on. Because I remember older lady told me this. She said, when you're speaking to somebody, she said, get to the point, say what you got to say and get to the point. Because she said, after you finish say everything that you need to say, you start saying stuff that you're not supposed to say, because you kept on going. And this is what happened. She kept on going, and then she started saying stuff. Even though that was some stuff that is in your mind, it's best to let it stay in your mind. Don't put it out there in the atmosphere. So there's a lot of things that I've learned from older women. And this is the thing. Now we're living in times that anybody is able to teach people that may not be, that are not supposed to be teaching people. Because the Bible says older women are supposed to teach younger women. So now we have this young lady teaching all these younger women a lot of toxic traits, a lot of things that are not good, a lot of ideologies that are not good. That's going to end up detrimental to a lot of these young women. Because why the Bible says, because many older women, they have gone through enough. They have gone through a lot and have learned from it. Sometimes they didn't want to learn from it, but after making so many mistakes, they had to learn from it. And they're able to teach younger women, whether they teach them in the right way or the wrong way, they're able to teach because they went through it. But young women, you have not been through enough. Not only you have, let me say that, you have been through enough, but many of us have not learned from what we have gone through to teach other girls, to be even given advice, because we're still learning. Only a few young ladies who have gone through a lot and who have learned from it and is able to teach, but it's not a lot. Many of young people they should not be speaking at all. They should not be speaking at all. So that's why the Bible says older women are supposed to teach younger women, because older women have gone through enough, especially the one that have learned and want to teach others. Hey, I went through this. Don't go there. It's not going to be good for you. So that is the thing. So, and I'm really speaking to different whoever is listening, because speaking to this young lady Ari, she's not going to listen. She's not going to listen at all. She may hear a lot of things that people are saying about us, but she's not going to listen, because why? She has money. She has fame, and she doesn't feel, when a lot of times when people have money and fame, especially at a young age, they don't feel that they should listen to anybody, and they don't listen to a lot of people, and they don't. That's the thing about it. And then why would she even listen to us, people on the internet and people on blogs and different things that are commenting in her life? Because as she always calls people broke, you're broke. That's what she always says. You're broke because you broke. The reason why you broke is that's why you're speaking about me. If you had money, then you wouldn't have been speaking on me. So she's not gonna listen. So somebody in with that mindset, they have most of the time they have to learn the hard way. And then most of the time they have to learn the hard way. And then everything people was telling them, then it's gonna come flooding back and haunting you. But by then it's too late because you have already made that mistake. You already ruined your reputation because you didn't want to listen, because you have too much money, too much fame. Why you need to listen to anybody? Nobody can tell you nothing. Y'all can't tell me nothing because y'all broke. Y'all don't got no money. Nobody love y'all. Nobody care about you. Really, you made all that deduction from that. So we even if you have a small YouTube channel, you have a small following, be mindful of what you are saying, because even if with no matter the amount of following, there's people that's going to listen to you. You're going to say something, people are going to follow. Because I remember why I noticed this. My cousin she has a business she was launching, a t-shirt business. And then I went on my social media. I don't have a lot of followers. I went on my social media and then I say, please support my cousin. Please follow and like her page and stuff like that. I kid you not, at least three people. I went, it's 3 people until this day they're still following the page. Went and go follow my cousin's page. I've never met these people. I don't know. I only know them on social media. But by me telling them, giving them an instruction, and then they followed it. It's like, wow, that's why you have to be very careful of what you say, because there are people that actually literally gonna do what you say. There are people that literally gonna do it. That's why you have to be mindful. You have to know where you're speaking from, because people speak from where they are. Like Big Brother Tony Gaskins always say, people speak from where they are. So you calling people, and then this is another thing, calling people, oh, you ugly, you this and stuff like that, and then you telling people you want this to happen to you. That makes me wonder, hey, do you think you're ugly? Is that what's going on between your relationship right now? Because why would you think that's okay? And the fact that you think that is okay, that's what's so mind-boggling. You think that's cool. And also, I forgot to say, in the third clip, that was Apple Watts. She is from the show Love and Hip Hop, the Hollywood edition. And she was calling Ari Fletcher out for this thing that she was saying. Okay, you guys heard exactly what she said. And somebody, like I've heard, somebody had to say something. Somebody have to say something and call this behavior out and say this is wrong. Yes, people that's gonna listen to her, they're gonna still do it and listen to her, but you will deter a lot of people that say, I don't think this is right, but I love Ari. And then when they had, yeah, I thought that was right, but I'll still rock with Ari. You could still rock with Ari, but doesn't mean that everything the person say you have to agree with, that you have to take as truth. So that's all I had to say on the situation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.